Oh, hello, everybody. Mike says they've got thunderstorms there. Oh, I hope you don't lose any power or anything, but I guess when it's nice rainy weather, it's a good time to do admin and create lead magnets. So welcome to today's session, everyone. Today we are doing Lead Magnet Launcher, and this is all about how to create and produce list building lead magnets and how to actually set up all of the tech for that too. Now we're going to be getting going in about 1 minute. So everyone's just pouring into the room at the moment. So hello, do say hi in the chat if you're here live. Those of you watching the recording, also hello. If you do have any questions that you would like to ask after this session, please feel free to go and drop them in the Techmatics Facebook group. And those of you here live, obviously you can ask all of your questions live as we come on in. So we're just going to give it 1 minute just for everyone to come into the room. Let us know in the chat who's here, because I can't see the names unless you write something in the chat. And let us know where you're calling in from. I've got some nice hot chocolate on the go. It's freezing here in Australia right now. Believe it or not, for those of you not in Australia. I know everyone over the rest of the world thinks it's hot here all the time. I'm very cold. Rhonda's here from Texas. Oh, I'm going to be in Texas in October. Lovely to see you, Rhonda. I wonder if our paths will cross there. Who else do we have on today's session? It's going to give it 30 more seconds. And I'm also going to make sure I've got my screen share ready to go as well, just while we're waiting for those last people to come on through. Nice. Alrighty, let's get going. That is bang on the dot for us here. So welcome to the Lead Magnet Launcher. In this session, I'm going to walk you through every single step for creating, producing, and publishing a lead magnet. We're even going to go behind the scenes and show you the tech setup. Now, disclaimer, I will be doing a demonstration on the tech setup in Techmatics. However, everything I'm teaching you today applies in any software that you're using. The main steps and principles apply anywhere, anyhow, with anything. All right. So don't think that you have to be using Techmatics for this to apply for you. This is a skill that every business owner needs to learn, because at the end of the day, an email list, contacts, leads, and customers are the most important asset in your business. If you don't have leads and customers, you don't have a business, and that is no good for nobody. Boom. So we also want to understand that having an email list is very important if you plan to scale or sell your business in the future. It is actually counted as an asset in your business that increases either the multiple that people are willing to pay on your annual revenue, i.e. the full amount that's going to end up in your bank account for that sale, but it also actually determines the overall value as well. So very important for you to be doing. We want to be building an email list all of the time as business owners, not just when we feel like doing a little bit of a promo or a little bit of marketing. We should be, as business owners, consistently growing our list. Our numbers of our number of contacts, which you can see on your dashboard in Techmatics, I will show you how to edit that dashboard so that you've got the numbers you want to see, must be going up every single month. If your email list subscriber number is not increasing, I guarantee you that neither is your bank account. This is how they are very inextricably linked, right? They are completely tied together. Building a list means you're getting more customers, which means at some point down the customer journey, you're going to be getting more income. So we're going to talk today about how do you create a list building lead magnet and the tech. Let's get going. Let's do some screen sharing. Now, just FYI, for those of you who are not used to my presentations, I have two screens. So if I look over here, I know it looks a little bit weird for you. It's because you guys are on a screen over there. All right. When I'm looking this way, it's because I got the slides and the screen demo here in front of me. So when we're talking about lead magnets, we are talking about creating things that are attractive to our ideal target audience. So I'm going to assume that you know who they are. Many of you are already sort of established in business, or at least have a good idea of who you're going after. Now, when I say who they are, this can be quite broad when you're talking about getting a lead magnet, right? What you want to do with a lead magnet is be collecting as many souls as possible into your business. So you might say very generically, do you target business owners and entrepreneurs? Okay, that is a perfectly sufficient kind of idea of who you want to create this lead magnet for. Maybe you're targeting parents, maybe more specifically mothers. Maybe you're targeting employed people in corporate who are leaders and in leadership. You have to have a rough idea of who it is you want on your email list, i.e. the people that are most likely to buy from you that you ideally want to make that sale to. When it's a lead magnet, we're not going into micro niche details. We're just kind of going for that generic market that we're after, so that we can stick a big old magnet in front of it and hopefully attract them to us like a big old lighthouse. And once they're in our system, that's when those who are not right for us filter themselves out or unsubscribe or choose not to buy. But the ones that are interested, we have appropriately magnetized towards us. So overview of steps that we're basically going to go through today is, first, we're going to talk about how to plan your lead magnet, i.e. what kind of lead magnet can you create, which kind of one should you create, and how do you put it together. Number 2 is actually the production, the putting together of it. Step 3, creating your all-important opt-in page. Then step 4, how do you automate the delivery of the thing that you are putting out there for free to grow your list? Now, FYI, I'm going to be using the word thing a lot because you will see in the next step that a lead magnet can be a whole massive, endless variety of things. The main point of a lead magnet is that it's free. All right. Your lead magnet is pulling in leads, usually you giving away this thing for free. And then, of course, we're going to talk a little bit about how to promote that lead magnet, a couple of the things you must do to make sure that this thing actually works for you. So what is a lead magnet? Why do you need one? Now, I think we've established the fact it's something you give away for free so that you can collect emails, so that you can then use automated emailing to nurture your audience and to make sales in the back end of your business. If you've got an email list, and if you've turned on welcome email sequences or nurture sequences, or you're communicating with that email list regularly, maybe you're using Techmatics and have like an RSS feed newsletter that sends itself out every single month with all of your content in. Either way, that system is taking those contacts, nurturing them, and also converting them into sales. Now, we can have, in terms of lead magnets, these are things that are quick, that are fast, that are easy to consume, pretty short, sharp, and sweet. Think of, and I use this example a lot, when you walk into the supermarket or you're out there at the farmers markets at the weekend, right? It's the equivalent of them giving you a tiny, tiny free square of cheese on the end of a toothpick. Right? Have you ever been in that situation where they offer you these little cheese tasters and you're like, ooh, tasty, and you end up buying the whole block, right? Our lead magnet is literally that little, it's the little lick. It's a little lick, it's a little nibble, all right? They're coming in to have a little taste of us. So it's got to be good enough for them to at least experience who we are or how helpful we can be. But it's not a full product. Okay, it's not a full course. It's not a whole giant, massive workshop. It can be, but it's not a massive thing. It's not a full product or a full offer. It's a taste. It's something helpful enough for them to want to give an email address, but small enough for it to be the square of cheese, not the whole freaking block of cheese. All right. So this could be, for instance, let me give you some ideas. We could be talking here about perhaps a webinar recording. Now, you're watching the Lead Magnet Launcher right now. This will be recorded. I'm recording, obviously doing it live right now. This is going to be recorded. And I will now use the recording of this as a free workshop that I will use as a lead magnet for at least the next 12 months until I run this workshop again. So Have you got inside your Zoom account, in your Google Drive, on a hard drive somewhere, have you got a recording of you delivering a webinar or delivering some kind of workshop? That's a lead magnet you've already gotten done and made. Already got it. And I bet there's a million other things you've already made. Other great lead magnets can be things like, for instance, guides. They can be checklists. They can be meditations. They can be quizzes. They can even be short ebooks. So, what you want to be thinking here is of that target audience that I'm looking to go to, that I'm looking to help and support, what is it that would be really helpful for them? Now, I'll tell you a secret at the moment. Checklists do really, really well. People are loving checklists at the moment. Why? It's super fast. As your target audience, I'm not thinking, oh, I've got to go and, watch something. I have to go and log into something. If they're like, cool, I get the checklist. I open the checklist. I have the checklist. That is enticing enough for me to give my email address because the result is fast, it's easy, it's quick, and I don't really have to do much to get it. So that's working really well. Workshop recordings. So again, like I'm doing today, maybe you deliver a 45-minute, 60-minute workshop or webinar on something, you record it, you use that as your lead magnet, you then give away for free behind an opt-in form, which you're going to learn how to create and do today. Meditations, as I said, are good, or any kind of maybe voice audio. You could record a special private podcast audio. These are also good for lead magnets. And the quizzes, which, by the way, we will be doing a whole workshop on next month in July. So if you're watching the recording of this and it's past July, it's already done and it's already available. The next workshop that I'm doing is actually called the Quiz Creator Champion. So we will be talking actually how to create quizzes and actually how to set those up inside Techmatics, and particularly how to send people down different paths as they get different results, which then feed them into different marketing campaigns based on the result that they got. Amazing or amazing. That's going to be next month's workshop. Again, if you're watching this after July, it's already going to be in your dashboard. So they're just some ideas. What do you think your audience would be finding most helpful? If you're not sure, guess what? ChatGPT is going to know, especially if you've got a custom GPT. But you're simply going to create a prompt a little bit like this. I want to create a quick, easy, and helpful lead magnet that I can send out to my particular audience of business owners, entrepreneurs, course creators, speakers, experts, coaches, and consultants. And I would like this to be something that's very quick to produce and is going to be instantaneously helpful to them. Please, could you list 10 lead magnet ideas that we can create together that preferably won't involve any filming because I want to produce it this morning? How good is this? So again, I would recommend that you're using workshop recordings. So you're giving away something that is particularly amazing, valuable. But here we go. Ultimate business tech stack. That's pretty cool. This could be 60-minute funnel builder blueprint. I already have a workshop for that. Please excuse me. I've got a bit of a cold today. We have a visibility blueprint challenge PDF. Interesting. But you get the point, right? It's going to come up with some suggestions of what we can do here. So let's maybe, I don't even know if I'm going to come up with a particular example of that. What about some kind of checklist on here? Let's just do the tech stack checklist, all right? Just for a bit of fun here. Now you could just literally paste in the one that you want to create, and let's get it to produce it. Amazing. So checklists can be as simple as this, right? You can literally just obviously make sure you edit it. Obviously make sure that it's good and you've done all that stuff. For the sake of me just doing a demo here only, I'm just going to copy what it's given me so I have something for a demonstration. Now, normally I would put these into some kind of Google Doc, all right? So we would actually go in to here and create a Google Doc. It doesn't have to be pretty, guys, okay? A lot of people go, oh, I've got to go and make this look beautiful, right? People want the checklist or the ebook or the e-guide or the list of X, Y, and Z things that X person must do to achieve X result, right? They're not coming here to assess how beautiful your thing is. Too many people spend too much time worrying about logos and colors when it's the actual transaction of obtaining the email, which is for the thing that you're offering, the information that's being given. So I would usually just use a Google Doc like this, press file, and then download as, and then a PDF. Obviously put your logo on it and so on, okay? I would tidy it up. I wouldn't literally just copy and paste the ChatGPT here. I'm going to pretend that I've done the tidying, but bam, I now have a PDF. I've just downloaded it as a PDF, done. Now, if you are somebody who does really, really like to make things look beautiful, provided that you don't sit there and waste a whole day, here you can go into Canva, and let's say you created a checklist, type in checklist, go to templates, and you can see here that there are lots of beautiful templates that you can use that then obviously you can go and brand in your branding. And the important bit is when you save it, you're going to save it as a PDF. All right, so let's pretend I chose that one. Customize this template. And obviously I'd go in and just add in all of my information and details on here. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Let's pretend I've done it. Let's press download. For those of you who don't know how to do this, you press share, you press download, and download as a PDF download. All right, that's all you got to do. And now you have a lead magnet. Now, of course, if you've got one of those webinar recordings or workshop recordings, you've already got that, or go ahead and just film it. Okay. Where are we now? The next thing we're going to do is, now that we have decided what we're going to create and we've got ChatGPT to create the content for us, and or we've used a webinar recording that we've got from somewhere else, don't forget, you can be using these quizzes. Don't forget to go to the Quiz Champions training next month or your little ebook that you're going to create. You've now got a PDF. All right, good. So now we've got our PDF. That is step one. Everybody write that down. Step one, you've got your PDF, you've got your file, you've got your quiz, or you've got your video. Nice. It's ready to go in the background. What we're going to do now is we're going to create the all-important opt-in form. This is a form that people fill in order to get your free thing. And my number one rule that I'm going to recommend you all follow here is, please, on your opt-in form, this is exactly what an opt-in form looks like here. Please make sure that the only things you're collecting is first name and email address. You do not need to collect any other information. As soon as you start asking for phone numbers, addresses, what color's your cat, right? People are going to opt out. They are not going to give you that kind of data and information. So this is an opt-in form. It's that box that has their name and their email address and the button that says, yes, please send me that free thing. And then it says, woohoo, well done. An email will be sent to you shortly. This is a lead magnet right here. And if you do want to check this out, this is my free stuff page on sarahcordiner.com. For those of you here live, I'll pop that in the chat right now. For those of you not here live, you can literally just go to my Sarah Cordiner website, sarahcordiner.com, click on free stuff, and you can actually go and have a look at this page. I actually have a number of freebies on my free stuff page, which I'll be talking about in a bit. Each of these things all lead to some kind of opt-in page with the opt-in form on the page. Here's another example of a page for a free thing. So we've got details of what is it and get it for free. And over here, we've got the opt-in form simply embedded on the page. First name, or in this case, we have collected a last name. But as you can see on this particular form, let me make this bigger for you. On this particular form, it's only the first name that's compulsory. We know it's compulsory because it's got the star next to it. The last name isn't required. So it's only the first name and the email address that actually is required on this opt-in form. But again, essentially, they simply fill that in and press register for free. And voila, they are now going to receive the free thing behind the scenes. There we go. Woohoo, you're in. Here's the workshop that you requested. Yay. Amazing. You're going to learn how to make this today. Who wants to learn how to make this today? Me. So that first step is creating that opt-in form. That's the first thing we're going to do, okay? Let's go and do that. I'm going to demo this inside Techmatics. Click on your websites and funnels section, and then click on Forms and Form Builder. Let me make this a tiny bit bigger for you. Your form builder is where you go to create your form. Simply press add form, top right-hand corner, start from scratch, create your form. Let me have a little sip of hot chocolate while that's loading. Before it's cold chocolate. Now, admin rules, always name your form. Okay, so you're going to call your form opt in for whatever your lead magnet is. So I think mine was called the tech stack checklist, if I was just going by that example. Opt in for the tech stack checklist lead magnet. Opt in, so you know what kind of form it is, for what, and then lead magnet at the end. That's kind of the naming convention that I use. Now, all we want is the first name. I'm going to remove last name. I'm going to remove phone number, and I'm going to remove all of these boxes. We only need one of them. Let's delete that second T's and C's one. In here, you're going to need to write something like, I agree to receive communication from whatever your business name is, all right? Cool. Now, the other thing we need to do is make our first name compulsory. So there's no star next to it. So click on first name and it will open up the editing area on the right. And you'll see at the bottom there, we can press required. Now it's got a star. That means they can't actually proceed until they've filled in both of those areas. Now our button, we don't want it to say button. We want to say get the free checklist or whatever it is. Get the free webinar, get the free workshop, get the free ebook, get the free guide, whatever it is that you've created. And then of course, change your button color to your business brand colors, whatever you want it to be. I'm just going to pick a random color for now. You can also change the formatting of your button so that it's in the middle. Ooh, let's do that. Make it nice and central. You can link to your privacy policy, your terms of service there. Mine is on my website, so I'm removing it from the form because this is going to be embedded on my website anyway. So we don't actually need that on our form if we're going to be embedding it on our websites, right? Let's press save. We now have our form created. Done. You can add a title to the top of this if you're going to be sharing this independently. So scroll down. This is your form builder over here. You can pull over any fields that you want, but all we want to pull over is the text field. Drag and drop, and then simply type in get Sarah's free. Oh, did it the right way around. Oh, tech stack checklist. All right, you can play around with the fonts with this as well. You can see there, I can change the font size. You get the point, okay? Put capital S, save again, save. Brilliant. Now, we are going to be embedding this form inside of our opt-in page using what's called the form element. So our opt-in page is actually going to be able to suck this form directly into our opt-in page. So now that we have done that, right, we've pressed save, we can now come out of that. That is our first tech step done. Amazing. So we can move on to the next one. We've created our opt-in form. Now, we're going to create our opt-in page. Woo! This is, as you saw here, a simple page. Let's go back to my free stuff. A simple page that just describes what the thing is. And with a free opt-in, with a freebie, you do actually want this to be fairly straightforward, fairly simple, and not very long. You kind of just want to say, this is the benefits of getting this. This is who it's for. This is what you're going to get. Bomb form. That's it. That's enough for an opt-in page. What you see on this screen right here, that is a perfect, sufficient opt-in page. Doesn't need to have massive long sales copy. When it's free, keep it simple. Obviously, when it's paid, you're going to need to be providing a lot more explanation, a lot more convincing, a lot more sales. All right. But with a freebie, keep it simple, stupid. And of course, you've got my sales page creator bot. If you haven't, you're going to get access to that in just a second. So there we are. We now have the option to go and build an opt-in page. And guess what? We obviously have templates available inside the Techmatics platform, but an opt-in page is super simple to create. I recommend, by the way, that you create all of these in the funnels section. So in websites and funnels, click on funnels. There are templates in here. One that I recommend you search for and use is one called the webinar template. If you just type in webinar, if you're in the funnel section, type in webinar, hit search, you should actually find a webinar template, webinar funnel. There it is, the webinar funnel template. That is one that I created that you might like to use because it's kind of got all the sections in there if you're doing something more webinar-y. However, you can just grab this anyway and edit it. So let's use that same template, shall we? Webinar funnel, press the 3 dots and always clone it. That way you've always got a clean copy, okay? Let's press clone and I'm gonna call this, what am I gonna call it? Opt-in for Sarah's Tech Stack lead magnet. Oh, it was a tech stack checklist, wasn't it? All right, and confirm. So now it's going to copy that template so that we have a nice clean copy over there and we can do whatever we want with this one over here. Now it will save itself. Click on the clock, the recent button here, and it will show your most recent funnels that you've been working with. So you'll see there, as soon as I press the clock, that new funnel we've just cloned is now in our list at the top. Let's click on it, open it up, and start having a little play. For those of you new to the funnels and funnel concepts, we basically have in this particular funnel, we have what's called a 2-step funnel. A 2-step funnel is the best kind of funnel that you can have for a free opt-in. And quite simply, all that's going to be is the opt-in page with the form that you've just created embedded into it. And when they submit that form, they get taken to the thank you page, which just says, congratulations, you've got your thing, go and find it in your emails, right? So this is a 2-step funnel, opt-in page, thank you page. Inside Techmatics, you can see here, you've got the, what we'll call opt-in page, and there you have the thank you page. So we've got 2 different pages that we're going to design here. Let's first of all just change the name from webinar registration to the name of your thing. All right, click on that first page, click on publishing, and we're just going to change that name to Sarah's Free Tech Stack Checklist. Okay, and let's change the URL, the slug. This is going to be yourwebsite.com/blur. So we're writing the blur here. What do you want that / to be? So mine might be called tech stack, for instance. Yeah, update step. So now we've named our step for ourselves and we've got a proper URL that will now automatically be created and assigned to our domain. Now, FYI, I am in a dummy account right now that has no domain attached to it. But what will actually happen here, where I've just highlighted this piece of text, if you've got a domain connected, it will now show your link to your page here. Woohoo! It's that easy to get your link to your page right there. I just don't have a domain connected to this account. Then we've got our thank you page. So let's just do the same there. I always do this bit of admin first, just name them and change the URLs before I do anything else. Let's click on the thank you page, go to publishing, and I'm happy to keep that as thank you confirmation, but I'm just going to change the URL to tech stack confirmation. Okay, or tech stack thank you, whatever you want it to be. So we've updated the URL and the name so that we have all of our admin nice and tidy. All right, let's now click back on our main opt-in page and press edit. This is now going to open up the page builder for our opt-in page for the thing that we're going to go and create. But oh no, first we need some copy, the text that we're going to use, don't we? What we're going to do now is we are going to use Sarah's sales page creator bot. If you haven't yet got this, please grab your phone and scan this QR code right now. Febby might be able to put the direct link into the chat for those people here live. This sales page creator bot, I have created a ChatGPT bot for you that basically has been trained to the nth degree with my years and years and years worth of product creation, sales, copywriting, so that it's going to write the copy for you. And please remember, with a free thing, it's going to be nice, short, and sweet. So I'm going to take you in to my sales page creator bot. I'm actually going to copy the checklist that I've got here. Go in to your sales page creator bot. It will look like this. All you're going to do is tell it what you've created. So I'm just going to say, this is a free lead magnet for course creators, entrepreneurs, business owners, speakers, and experts. Please create the sales page copy for my free opt-in page for this short checklist. Please keep it simple. I'm going to paste in the condom. I'm going to paste in the condom. I'm going to paste in the content into my checklist. And now it's created, not a baby, because we had a condom. Way! It's created our sales page copy for us. So we've got our title, we've got our subline, and we've got our one-liner that will describe exactly what they're going to get and exactly who it's for. What they're going to get inside it, their little bit of their pain. Let's talk about their pain. And then basically the solution is presented. If you get this thing, here's all the kind of stuff that you're going to find inside. So really, really simple. All you're going to do, again, you might like to copy this into a Word document and edit it first, but let's grab the title first of all. This is now easy peasy lemon squeezy. The title goes here. Boom. All right. So that's absolutely massive. What do you want to do if you want to make it less massive? You click on the text, and over on the right-hand side here, you can change the text size. Oh, look, it's so easy. Now, it's not a free webinar, is it? You're going to change this from free webinar to free tech checklist. For, and then who for? Okay. Or I might make it even more niche and have 10 versions of this lead magnet with different audience niches being targeted. Yeah, you can be really clever with this. Let's highlight that, change the color. Whatever you want to edit, you hover over and change. If you don't like the yellow, click on the yellow section, come over to background color, change it. You actually can press default colors, custom colors, and choose the hex code that you want. So it does match directly with your branding. You can change that to any color you like. All right, super simple. You can obviously change the font as well to anything you like. You can change it from semi-bold to super duper heavy bold, right? Font weight, that's what that does. You can change the all sorts in here. I can even add in some animations. Look, zoom in, woohoo. Yeah. Here's my title. Might want to add some animation to that. Why not? Let's do some, I don't even know what light speed is. Woohoo. Woohoo. You might like to add an image. All right, let's be interested. Let's use ChatGPT here. Please create an image that depicts my tech stack that looks a bit like a mock-up image using a laptop, maybe an iPad, some checklist items that really help depict this checklist for going on my opt-in page. Let's see what this does. Yep. Ooh. Oh, interesting. I don't like any of those. Let's do that again. I don't like any of these. Please create a different image that depicts my tech stack checklist. See what it does now. Yeah. Oh, it's going to ask for my colors. Use Techmatics branding. All right. Make up the colors. I haven't put it in here. Purple, yellow, and pink. Oh my gosh, this is really getting detailed, isn't it? All right, that's absolutely terrible. But there we go. You can make a much better image than that inside your Canva account. So I would recommend you go into Canva. Let me show you how I do mock-ups in Canva, because it's definitely a bit better than what ChatGPT is producing for me at the moment. So inside ChatGPT, you can create something called a mock-up like this. Let's press mock-up. And that's where you kind of get things like this, all right? The computer images where you have files that look like this. So something like that would be quite good for my checklist that I'm creating. See that? Customize this template. This is where I could, just to give it some examples, I would just call this obviously the tech stack. And I'd call this, the course creators tech stack. Obviously go in and change all your colors to your own business hex codes, right? So let me just make this more Techmatics colors and make that, the purple, whatever, right? You get the point. You can change all your colorings and things on there, and make sure it's all in your branding. And with your checklists, what I could do is go back into this, make it really, really small like that. I've just literally pressed Control, minimize out, take a little screenshot of it like this, save. And this is my checklist. Oh, no, checklist, tech stack. Okay. And then all I got to do is go into my thing that we've just made, open up my files and drag and drop my little image that I've just made onto here. Ta-da! Look at that. Isn't that good? So I could just add in some more like tech, let's call this, let's go and even find here like tech document. Let's do that. Tech document. Graphics. They're all a bit ugly. See what that looks like. Interesting. Let's type in checklist. Checklist. And maybe we like, I don't know, graphics. All just giving you some examples of how you can kind of use all of this. Let's just go with something that's a photo, I think, for now. Let's put that one over there. Okay, get the point. So we've got kind of something that looks more like that. Now, again, not going to make this look beautiful. It's only an example of the functionality. So I'm just going to press download, even though it's ugly and I haven't finished it, so that we can upload this to our page. Right, this is called Beige Khaki Journal page, just so I remember. So here's my image box. Click on your image box. Click on your image box here. Press upload. It will open up your desktop and upload your little visual you've just made in Canva. And there you go. Ta-da. Right, you've now got an image there. Obviously, mine's horrendous. If you don't like this black background, again, click on the background and change it to whatever you want. Okay, you can change your colors to whatever you want your coloring to be. I'm definitely not going to win any awards for design right now. Now, we are going to basically now pull over all of our text. So we've got our sales page creator section. Let's go back to our actual sales page copy, shall we? Here we go. Run your whole business with one powerful platform. I don't know. So we're just going to simply go in. I'm not going to do all of this, by the way. I'm just going to be pulling over, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste all of the content for my sales page. Here's like copy, paste. Now you can change all of the font sizes. Again, remember, you can change the font type by clicking on here. And you can also change all of your font colors, background colors, and everything else you want to play with too. All right, you don't have to stick with what it is inside this template. Now we've got the pain section. So remember there's our pain section. Are you tired of blah, 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 blah? So I want you just to be aware, pain section. You're going to stick your pain stuff in there. Again, you can change the colors, you can change the formatting. So we're going to say goodbye to whatever the problem is. Say goodbye to, and then for me, it'd be something like, not having having a million pieces of software. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And then there's the pain section. Here's what you're going to get. Oh, look, guess what? Here's what's inside the free checklist. Here's what you'll learn or discover. So you're just going to copy and paste everything into this template and then do what you want to do to make it look pretty. Okay, you can add in some testimonials, you could add in a bonus. Guess what? If you don't want this, delete it. If you don't want to add these testimonials images in, delete it. All right, it's really, really simple. Simply press save. And remember, what we need to do now is we need to make sure that we have added the what? The opt-in form. Okay, so we've pulled over all of our content and our copy. We now need to put an opt-in form in here. So I'm actually going to remove this opt-in button and I'm going to embed the opt-in form directly in this top of the fold section. This top of the fold section is your prime real estate. So you want the opt-in here. How do you do that? Well, if we hover here, you can see there's a little plus button, which allows us to add another element. The other way we can add an element in is press the Add Elements button on the top left-hand side. And we are going to go and find the Form option. So we've gone into Elements, we're on Elements, and here is the Form option. We're just going to drag and drop. And it will say, you don't have any forms yet. Select your form. Or remember, we created our opt-in form. Mine was called the opt-in form for the Tech Stack Checklist Lead Magnet. Basically, you will find the form that you created earlier right here. And give it a second. Ta-da! It's now going to embed itself right there. Now, if you don't want it to have that title on there, just go back to your forms, go and open this form, edit it, and delete the title. You can also go back to that form and you can change the background color so that it's not white, for instance, depending on the background that you've chosen for your section here. Basically, you can go and choose the formatting that you want this form to have in the Forms Builder area. And that will reflect then here where it's embedded, which is pretty cool. Now, what's important that you do while we're on this form section, as you can see, it's now embedded, is what happens when they press Get the Free Thing. So as we're clicked on the form element, let's look over on the right-hand side of your screen. As you can see here, we have button actions. Button actions. This means what happens when somebody presses that button, submit. What you're going to select here is, remember, we're creating a two-step funnel, the opt-in page and the thank you page. So what do we want to happen when someone presses the submit button? We want to send them to the thank you page, the next page in our funnel. So in this drop down, let me make this bigger for you. In this drop down, you're going to choose go to next step. Go to the next step. That's it. You just made a funnel. You just made a funnel. So this now has literally set the system so that when somebody clicks that button, having put in their name and email, they will automatically be taken to the thank you page. So I'm going to assume now that you've made this look beautiful. You might also like to add the opt-in form somewhere down the bottom if you like, but go and simply edit this, change your colors, change your fonts, do whatever you want to do with it. Make sure you press save and make sure you press publish. So whilst this has popped up, we also have the option. So I don't have a domain here. Oh, I actually do have a pretend domain I can connect. Excellent. I will do that. All right. This is where, let's press publish. Ta-da! Publish, publish, publish. Nice. The SEO metadata box will pop open. Your SEO metadata, search engine optimization. This is how does Google find your page? How does Google and AI know what your page is about? So what you do want to do here is add the title of your thing. So, this would be the Course Creators Tech Checklist Free something, whatever the name of the offer actually is. A brief description of what's on that page, keywords, the author is going to be you, and pop in an image of your product. That would normally be the product, the image that you've created for the page itself here. All right, just going to add a social image. So that's when someone shares this link, it's got the right image attached. Now you can also get ChatGPT to write the metadata descriptions for you. Just literally say to it, please write the SEO metadata. Done. Title, description, free checklist. There we go. Copy, title, boom, description. Da-da-da-da, description. See how easy this is? What did we do before ChatGPT? Honestly, it's given you your keywords. It's done all of that. Press update SEO. Press publish again. Voila. You now have your opt-in page. Oh my gosh, well done. You've created your opt-in page. Yay! Now we're just going to go and edit the thank you page. There's not much editing to do on this. So let's go and press back. This is going to take us back to our little funnel with our 2 steps. We have now done our free checklist opt-in page. We're now going to just edit our thank you page so that it's in our branding, our style, whatever you want. Let's press edit over here. And this is going to open the thank you page. The main job of which is to simply say, woohoo, you're in. Now leave this. Do not touch this. This is going to pre-fill your contact's name on your thank you page. Aha! How cool is that? That's amazing, isn't it? So you might like to replace your logo with this image here. How do you do that? Click on it. Over on the right hand side, you've got your image options box. Click on there and replace it with your logo. Right, pretty easy. Woohoo, contact first name, you're in. Here are the next steps. All you're going to do here is just type in what the next steps are for that person. Now, what you might like to do, if this is a webinar, those of you that are sharing a recorded webinar or a webinar recording, a workshop recording, you might now actually like to embed the whole replay right here on the thank you page, because now you've got their email address. Boing, it's now taken them to the thank you page. Why not just present them with the video right here and now? That's exactly what I do with mine. As you saw here, this is my thank you page. It says, woohoo, you're in. Here's the full replay. So I've embedded the actual workshop straight into the thank you page. So they get it immediately without any mucking around, without even having to go to their inbox and get their deliverable. So you might like to do that. You don't have to do that. You can send it via the back end if you want to. But that's all it's going to be. You don't have to put loads of stuff on here. Your thank you page can literally be just go and check your inbox. Done. Press publish. Happy as Larry. That one was easy to do, wasn't it? Now, you don't need to worry about metadata for that one because it's a thank you page. It's not a main information page. So we've now done our whole funnel. You made a funnel. You made a funnel for a free thingy. How exciting. Okay, now you've done your page. Next, now we need to make sure that we are creating basically the delivery sequence so that that email that we've promised them they're going to get is sent through to them. Now, what if, like me, you just made a checklist? It's not a video, right? It's just a little checklist. It's just a file of some kind. We now need to make sure that this file that we've created, remember we downloaded it as a PDF, or we've downloaded it as a PDF from Canva or from Word, whatever it might be. We need to now put this somewhere so that it has a link that we can put in that delivery email. And you'll be pleased to know that Techmatics does that for you too. We have something called a media library where you can upload files, resources, documents, everything in the media library. It works a bit like Google Drive, in that it has a shareable link. So all we're going to do is upload our file, our resource, our lead magnet into the media library, and then get the shareable link so that we can now give them that clickable link in the delivery email. So let's just do this step. I'm going to show you everything. Don't worry. Inside your main menu of Techmatics over here, you have this media storage library. So click on that. This is all your images, files, PDFs, basically everything you've ever made. Let's press upload because we have now got the ultimate checklist that I created and the one I did in Canva. So there's one from Google, the one from Canva. I'm going to click on both of them, upload them both here, and you will see they will now appear in the media library. So the Google Doc one that I downloaded is right here. I can click on these three dots and press Get Link. All right, so now I have a shareable link to this file. Now, the reason why I want this in my Techmatics media library and not in Google Drive is because this is a CRM. It's going to track all of your sales. It's going to, track all of your clicks and activity. So if Febby was to go and click on this file in her email, it would actually show up in Febby's client record that she clicked on this file and downloaded this resource, which is super amazing, right? You're going to just get more activity tracking. You can do loads of fancy marketing later based on who's clicked what links. So that's why you want the links to be click trackable inside your system, which is why you want it all in one, okay, and not in your Google Drive. So boom, we've got one link. I'm going to just put the link to this document in a tab over here. So we can just give it a double check to make sure it looks okay, because this is what the client's going to see, and they will be able to download it. They will be able to print it. They'll be able to save it on their device. So we're going to need this link later. The other one that we had in there that I uploaded, let's grab that, get link. All right, that was the checklist that I downloaded from Canva, right, which was that one. I'm going to get rid of that. We'll just use the ChatGPT one for now that I created. So here's my checklist that I want to give to people when they opt into my freebie. We've now put it in our media library. We've pressed the three dots and we've got the link to that file so that we can give it to each person in their email that they're going to get straight away. And we're going to set up right now. So please make sure you got your file on a tab to the side. We're going to need that soon. Let's go back to our slide, shall we? We've uploaded our thing to the media library and we've got the share link. Ding, done. What's next? Okay. Now, just as a variation, uploading to your media library is going to be perfect for any kind of document or file or short video. The media library does have an upload limit to it. It's not going to hold massive workshops or webinars. So if your free thing is a workshop or a webinar, instead of uploading it to the media library, you guys are going to upload it to your courses area. Okay? So only if it's a course or webinar are you going to upload it to your courses area. If it's just a file, you're just adding it to your media library and grabbing the share link. Does that make sense? Yes, it makes sense. Okay. So for those of you that are giving away a course or a webinar and therefore are going to need to add it to the courses area, all you do is click on courses, build a course, and you're just going to go and upload one video into one lesson as one course. So it'd be called the XYZ webinar. The title of that thumbnail would be the title of your webinar. And inside that course will be one lesson with that one webinar recording. Make sense? Yes. Okay. It's basically the portal of where the file lives. Small files in your resource library, big files in your courses area. Ding. Next. Now we're going to do the final step. The final step is creating your delivery workflow, your delivery email. Basically, I filled in that form. I got my little yay, thank you page. Go and check your email, Sarah. So now I'm going to go and check my email, and there'll be an email from you saying, congratulations, here's the free thing. And there's a clickable link. When I click that link in the email, it will open up this media resource, or it will take me into the course area if I've put it in the course area. How do we do this? Glad you asked. And guess what? I've made a template for you, of course. Go into automated workflows to create your fulfillment automation. Click on automated workflows, and you can create this from scratch, but there are lots of templates in here for you. One of them you might like to use is the webinar template. Just to let you know, if you type in webinar, there is a couple of webinar registration templates for you. The webinar registration confirmation and reminders template is one I created earlier. But actually, I'm going to create this one from scratch just to show you how easy this is. All right. This is a perfect lead magnet workflow. Start from scratch. Let's go. Remember, admin, we're going to name it first. Always name your stuff first. Click up here and it's going to be called the opt-in, workflow, opt-in for tech stack checklist lead magnet. Keep all your names the same. Yeah. Okay. Now, trigger. Trigger is what fires this off. What makes this happen? By the way, let me show you Workflow AI while we're in here as well. Workflow AI, click on this button here. This can actually help you build workflows. How good is that? So I could say, well, let's assist with building. And just to give you some idea of how amazing this is, it's going to say, what would you like to do? Oh, it's taking too slow. I'm just going to leave that. But basically, you can type in here, I want to create a workflow for a free lead magnet. Please help me. And it will tell you exactly what actions to add and how to do it. Amazing. So our trigger for this, what fires off this whole workflow? Somebody filled in our opt-in form. Remember, we started with the opt-in form. We're bringing it full circle back here. We are firing off this workflow and sending people their email because they filled in the form. So type in form, and we're going to select form submitted, and we need to tell the system what form has been submitted. So click on add filters, and the form is, and then go and find your form. There it is, my lead magnet tech stack form. Brilliant. And we can, by the way, change the name here, and we can say opted into tech stack magnet, save trigger, boom. We now have told the system when somebody opts into this form, now what's going to happen? Rules. Always next, I add a tag. This is just my little personal habits. Always type in add a tag. And the first tag I always add in is mailing list. All right. You should have a mailing list tag in your system because this is now going to make sure that they're added to your mailing list because they've opted in. This is the whole point. You now can send them and include them in your mass mailing list segment to send out mass mails. I also add a secondary tag. So let's add another tag for the type of thing or action they've done. So for me, this would be opted in to the tech stack checklist. Add a new tag because this doesn't exist yet. Add a new tag and boom, there it is. All right, so I'm just going to call this opted in, press save. Brilliant. Now they get tagged. Other things that you can do, don't have to do. Okay, this is just optional for you. I also like to add a note in the client's record so that if I was to ever look at that client's record or I've got a call with them or they made a complaint, I don't know, I can literally see from their notes all of the summarized information about them. So let's press add another action and type in note. Add a note. And this is going to be a note that will store in the client's file here. So I like to put custom value, contact, full name. That will just put their full name in there. Has opted into Sarah's free tech stack checklist. Now this will actually put the time and date stamp in it. So it actually saves as a historical record in the client's note. Amazing. Other things that I do, if you've set up your customer journey, this is your sales pipeline inside your system. If you haven't yet, go to the Techmatics YouTube channel, click on playlists and go to customer journey playlists. There is training on there that shows you how to create your customer journey, how to set this up. But I like to make sure that everyone who's come in to a lead magnet is added to the lead stage of my customer journey. So I know that they are a lead, right? In my whole layout of the stages of my customer buying process. So this is actually called opportunities in the workflows. So if you press add an action, type in op, and you have update or create an opportunity. We're thinking of our customer journey like a sales process. So sales leads are called opportunities. Okay. We are going to choose our particular pipeline. So you might have, your customer journey. I have Sarah's customer journey in my business. and we are putting them into the lead stage. So we're just saying, move them to my customer journey, put them in the stage as lead. Their name is just their contact name. So press the little tag icon, contact full name. This will, in your customer journey, when you view it, it looks like columns. So you've got your lead stage, your has purchased something stage, has booked a call stage, has purchased my expensive thing stage. All of these people will show as little contact cards in each of the stages of your customer journey. Your lead source means, where did they come from? Okay, well, obviously this is your lead magnet. Might be one, that's where they came from. The other thing you can do is actually track the URL they initially came from here, if you want to. So you press the tag to do that, and scroll down to attribution. Attribution means, how did you acquire them? And the attribution is the very first URL that they came from. Attribution is the very first URL that they came from. That will tell you where this person arrived into your business from. The opportunity value means, what is this potential lead worth to you? Okay, so do you think that a new lead, if you were to convert them, is worth about $1,000? I don't know. You have to decide, what is it that you sell your stuff for? Is the average client worth $100, $1,000, $10,000? I don't know what you sell your stuff for. You're basically putting in here what they are worth to you. All right. And they are sales status open. We haven't won the sale yet. We haven't lost the sale yet. The sale is still open. Save. So now this will actually update the statistics on our dashboard of our number of sales, our conversion rate, what stage people are sat at. This is why we have a customer journey, because it informs our whole data and statistics around our conversions and our sales. What else are we going to do? Well, let's now send that all important email, shall we? So let's press add an action and send them their much awaited email. So we're going to press send email. Now, we do have a number of templates in the system for you. If you click on templates here, there should be something like, you could use the live webinar confirmation email. You could also use, we've got something called order confirmation is another, if I type in order, student welcome email, order confirmation. That's also another template that you can use. All right. You're going to be able to go and edit this, but just click on it. Let's choose the student welcome email just because it's easy. Let's press edit. Now, when this opens up, make sure you press, before you do any editing, before you type a word, press save as a new template. Because if you're using this somewhere else, it's going to overwrite this. You won't be able to use this template again. All right. So just press save as a new template. And you're just going to change the name of this to what? Oh, yeah. Free lead magnet tech stack delivery email. Right. This is for you so that you know what this email is. Press continue. So now, can you see here? It's changed the name up here. This now means that that template we just used is safe. It's been cloned. This is the cloned copy that is specific to this email we're sending. So congrats on getting my name of thing. Okay, I'm so excited to help you get X result. Next, either log into your portal if it was a course. Otherwise, you might just literally go, here is your free XYZ. Click here. How do we now make this clickable? Oh yeah, remember we opened a tab earlier with our file. We uploaded our file to the media library and we've got the link to that file. Simply copy that link now, and all you're going to do is highlight your click here text, press link text. So you're going to add this hyperlink in here, open in a new window and save. You can also make that a color if you want so that it stands out. There we go. Here is your free thing. Love me. All right, that's it. If you are only sharing a file, all you have to do is put congratulations, here's your thing. Now, when they click that, it's going to open that file, and the link clicking is tracked in their customer record as well. Amazing. If you were somebody who's created a webinar or a course and they have to now have access to the course portal, then you are going to need this next section here. I'm going to delete the rest. You will need this bit here that gives them the instructions to access your course. There's the template in there. That's why I recommend you use that student welcome one as your template if it's going to be a course area for you. Simply log in here. That URL will pull over your course login URL. Your email address that will pull over their email address, and you'll need to create your own password. The end. Save. Confirm and save. Okay, so now it's given them that email. Ta-da! Save. Now, the only other thing that you would need to do is, and this only applies to the people who are creating courses. So if you had a course or you had a webinar, you just need to add an extra step to make sure that they've been granted access to it. And all you do to do that, that's automated as well. Woohoo! You press the plus button and press grant, type in grant, and here you will have grant course offer. Click on that and then simply select the free thing that you'd created for them. So there's a free mini course lead magnet. What that will now do is as soon as they've pressed submit, the system will automatically grant them access to that in your course portal area, and then they get the email that shows them how to log in. The other thing you can do is if you do want to follow up afterwards is just press a wait step. So press add wait for, and you can wait for a certain period of time. So you could wait for, I don't know, like 3 days, for example. Save action. And you can also write a note to yourself at the top here that that's 3 days. Wait for 3 days. And you could then go and send another email. So you might like to clone this step by pressing the 3 dots, copy this action, copy it to here. So you've now got another email. You wait for 3 days, and you're now going to send them a new email, maybe offering some kind of upsell. So to do that, you would just simply press edit this email, remembering that we have just copied the last template. We're going to always, always, always press save as a new template first. So this is our free lead magnet for the tech stack, but this one is going to be called the upsell follow-up email. Continue. It's going to just save it for us as a new template, so we're not messing up the other template we used. This one might say, congrats on getting my tech stack. Did you get a chance to do it yet? To use it yet? Or watch it yet? Whatever it might be. Here it is again, in case you missed it. Then you might actually have, I have a special offer for you. Okay, so pop in here, whatever your sale is. You might like to come and join my whole entire course on this. Book a special call with me, get my consult, join my coaching program, join my membership, whatever it is that you're selling, sell, sell, sell. Brilliant. Save. Ta-da. Confirm and save. Okay, excellent. So now we have a wait for 3 days, and then we have the follow-up email at the end. You're going to press save. You're going to press publish. Ta-da. Save again. And now, my friends, you now have a fully automated workflow that's triggered by them filling in that opt-in form on a funnel that you've created yourself. You've got them all tagged. You've got a note in the client record. You've moved them to the correct stage in your customer journey. You've automatically granted them access to the course or the portal. And you sent them their confirmation email that links to the file or the resource that you've given them. You've waited for a period of time and even followed up with a sale. OMG, how cool is that? Is that cool or is that cool? Are you finding this helpful? If you could let me know, those of you live here in the chat, is this making things a little bit clearer than mud for you? Do you feel like you can follow along and do this and get this working for you? We are pretty much now at the end of time. However, I just want to very quickly touch on a little bit of where you're going to take this lead magnet now that it's done. Okay, you've created your workflow where, hey, well done. You are now going to make sure that you actually share this with people. It's all well and good having a lead magnet, but if no one knows about it, it's not going to be very useful, is it? It's not going to grow much of a list. Rhonda says it's very helpful. Radka says that it's also helpful. Thank you very much, everybody. Right, so you may want to create, as I said earlier, as I showed you at the beginning of this workshop, your own free stuff page on your website. Now, I recommend you create this as like a funnel page or a website page in Techmatics. Super simple, guys. All mine is 3 rows with 3 columns with an image in it that depicts my free thing, and the image links to the sales page or the opt-in page for that particular product. So I would recommend that you create this as a website page or a funnel page in Techmatics. Whether you're using website inside Techmatics or out of it, simply link a menu item on that website saying my free resources, which will take them to this page. This is cool because once you've got a yourwebsite.com/free stuff, for instance, like I have, now you can put this free stuff page on your Linktree page, your link page, with all of your links on it. Techmatics is also your link tree, your link page as well. There's another video on that. If you don't know what that is, go to the Techmatics YouTube channel, type in link tree or link page, and you will find a video explaining what that is and how to make it. But you can also now add this link to, for instance, your social media bios. All right. So let me take you to an example here. If I go to my personal Facebook page, right here, I've got, oh, look, there is a link to my free stuff right there. Sarah's free stuff, so that people can find my free resources and my free training at any time. We also pop in this into our email signatures and all of our other social media bios, so that you're constantly sending traffic to all of your free things, so that you are maximizing the chances of your email list growing and people opting in. Now, the next thing you might want to do is let people know about this on a weekly basis. So one of the things that we call a comment post is a really clever strategy to get more activity and more engagement and more opt-ins on your free stuff. This is literally the post I put up this morning before running today's workshop. I put up an image and I said, I'm running a free workshop, comment leads below, and I'll send you the replay link. And of course, I'm hoping I haven't looked at it because I've been busy here teaching you, but it hasn't had any comments on there yet. But basically, the whole point of that is that over time, people will comment on it. That bumps again in the news feeds. Some more people comment on it. It bumps again in the news feeds. And of course, you can even use automation to get your AI bots to comment the link for you if you're sharing a post like this on your business pages. This is a workflow that's already available for you inside Techmatics. Again, there is more training on how to do that on the Techmatics YouTube channel. Go to playlists and there is, or you can type in social lead generation and it will show you how to set those up. Now, the other thing I do with my lead magnets to make sure that I'm always getting opt-ins in them and always getting traffic through them is I schedule at least one post a week minimum that is exclusively promoting that freebie. So I go into my Techmatics scheduler, I create an exclusive post saying free lead magnet launcher webinar, right? Click here, come and join it now. Comment leads below if you want to join. And I will post that and repeat it weekly. Literally for my free stuff at least once a week. Now, the other thing that I do is add my free stuff link or one of my featured freebies in every single social media post I post. So I post around 3 times a day on all of my platforms. You will see that all of them have a call to action every single time. It will either be a call to action to come and get one of my free thingies, or it'll be a call to action to join one of my paid thingies. But either way, I'm using the scheduler to make sure that there is content going out every single day to my audience that provides me with their email address for something for free or their cash if it's something that they're buying. It works. Hello, it works. All right. And that is, for some reason, it's gone a weird color, but there we go. That is my final tip for the day for marketing. There's lots more marketing training in the Legends Lab. And talking of Legends Lab, those of you who want to grow your personal brand, we have my live 2-day in-person and online bootcamp, Legends Lab Live, coming up in July 2025. So if you'd like to book a ticket to come along and be in the room with me in person, either via the live stream or get the replay, or preferably be in the room, would absolutely love to have you there. This month, we have the YouTube Growth Challenge in the Legends Lab. So those of you in the Legends Lab, go on into the YouTube Growth Challenge. We're also currently running inside Techmatics. in the Techmatics Facebook group, the 30 Affiliates in 30 Days Challenge. So if you do want to learn how to do affiliate marketing and build an income stream for yourself, that is also running right now. And next month, we have coming up the Quiz Creator Champion Workshop. That's free. I'm going to be showing you how to create quizzes as lead generation tools and list segmenters. We are also running our Write and Publish Your Book in 30 Days Challenge. Wahey. We also have a workshop on how to get corporate clients, as well as a live Q&A with me. So make sure you're in the Legends Lab, guys, sarahcordiner.com/legends. That is my amazing coaching program that is only 149 Australian dollars a month, and you get all of that access to me and can cancel anytime. Have you found this helpful? I'd love to see in the comments before you leave. Do you all feel that you can now confidently create a super professional lead magnet funnel and automation to automatically deliver it? I hope you are feeling confident. This replay will be available instantaneously on the same link that you're on now if you're watching live. For those of you watching the replay, you've got the replay. You can keep pressing pause and stop and replay whenever you want. Mike knows what he's doing this weekend. Rhonda says, very helpful. I'm super glad that this helped you all today. One step at a time. The more you do this, the easier it gets, the more automatic it becomes. And remember, everything that you create in here, once you've created it once, you're just pressing clone or duplicate each time. Those free lead magnet sales pages you've created, your webinar opt-in pages you've created, and you've put laboriously into your own branding and colors and design, copy your own future pages for every single product that you go and create in the future. It's amazing. Have fun. Remember, if you need any help, you can hire our tech experts from just $50 an hour. Go to the Techmatics website, click on support or services, and you can just book in a time with one of our tech experts to jump on a Zoom call with you and help you set all of this up, check that it's all running properly so that you're good to go live. Rhonda has said, you've learned so much. Very glad that was helpful for you. Amazing. Have fun. And as always, happy tech-in. See ya. Bye.